We're live. We're live and in the flesh at the TMZ Studio Podcast HQ. Thanks for joining us.
Can we agree, Jennifer Lopez? She's pretty hot.
That's your point? That's your opening point, Branson?
That's my opening point. I know
she's
people
pretty
like
hot.
to shite on her, but I don't know, man.
She's pretty hot, but I think, her looks have got a lot of men in trouble, including our Ben Affleck.
A lot of men in trouble,
Well, I mean,
including Diddy, right?
Diddy? How many marriages has she had?
I think 6.
She has put a lot of men into financial ruin, and Ben Affleck isn't there yet. But, God, this house, they bought a house for $68 million. Then they almost instantly wanted to sell their house that they bought. This is definitely J.Lo's decision too. There's no way Ben Affleck is saying, let's buy that $70 million property. Ben Affleck's low-key.
But they can't sell it.
What?
They can't sell it.
And now they can't sell it. Because how many buyers are there for a $70 million house? None for this one.
It took off $16 million.
Oh.
And still didn't sell it.
They originally bought it for $60 million in May 2023. Then like a year later, then they put all this money into it. They tried, it was a fixer-upper apparently.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then they tried to sell it like, how long later? A year and a half. Was it a year and a half later? They tried to, it was a year later, from May to June. They tried to sell it for $8 million more than they bought it for, which is okay. They couldn't sell it. J.Lo refused to lower the price originally. J.Lo refused to lower the price originally. I don't want to sell it for less than this. They had to lower the price. They lowered the price by how much? By $16 million they lowered the price.
Do you think that they
couldn't sell it? Couldn't sell it.
Do you think that they thought putting it on the market, being owned by them,
would help?
Would go better for them because they're celebrities?
Maybe if it was a house in the range of $800,000 to $1.2 million, it might up it a bit.
Yeah.
But who has $70 million to buy a house?
No, more than that. Who has 70, right?
70.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's different level type of real estate.
But they are so still, this is such a lot of money, obviously, that they're still very in each other's pocket. And Ben must be pissed. I mean, that's me making the assumption that it was her decision to buy it.
Right.
But do you really think it was Ben's decision to buy this?
Well, I will say when he moved out of the home, when they were splitting up, he bought a home immediately somewhere else. Like, there was no issue for him.
Let me move out. But they've taken it off the market now because they just can't sell it, even by the $16 million less than they were trying to. It is just like, this is the worst. This is my point I want to make. J.Lo's the worst investment Ben Affleck ever made.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. Obviously, this house that we've just talked about. Also, Jiggly? What's that movie called? Geely? What's that Jiggly movie called? Jiggly.
Wait, who is he in it?
Geely, I think, maybe.
She in it?
Yeah, I think she's in it. Jiggly. Oh, the Jiggly effect. Or maybe that's just an effect. Or was she in a movie called Anyway, sorry for not being professional.
Yeah, it's Jiggly, 2003.
That was what she was in?
Yeah. Stars, dude. 1.5 star, actually.
They were in it together, I think. Can you double check that? So at that time, Ben Affleck said, J.Lo is bad for my career because it destroyed my mystique. So that was like obviously 20 years ago or so. Then he gets back with her, bad for career again, loses all his mystique. Now all we post is sad Ben Affleck memes and him with the Dunkin' Donuts. It's like, and the smoking. He's a meme. He's a meme. And that doesn't usually go hand in hand with mysterious, serious actor. We laugh at him. We laugh with him, but we laugh at him.
That guy was in Pearl Harbor.
Oh.
He's a serious actor.
Like the real, the movie.
No, I mean, not the real thing. He's like, what do you think? He's 100?
And the biggest investment of all that he lost, time. Why did he think he was going to right the wrongs of the first time?
Have you seen the South Park where they make fun of them?
No.
J.Lo and Ben. Have you not seen that?
Is it really good?
Everybody in the chat knows what I'm talking about.
Is it around? Was it recently?
It was years ago, where like they get back together. It's hilarious.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's pretty bad.
Oh, it's racist?
I mean, allegedly.
Racist towards J.Lo? Against J.Lo?
It's not racist. It's just
Branson doesn't think anything's racist. It's not racist. It's a good point, says Branson. All right, they're just going through racist quotes with each other now, South Park. So we're going to talk about J.Lo and Ben Affleck off the top. Terrible investment. The worst investment he ever made. Can we double check how many failed marriages or
I checked.
What about fiancé ships? What do they call that? Engagements.
Let me get into the double digits here now. Give me a sec.
Figure out how we can get the figure into the double digits of men J.Lo is ruined. So we're definitely going to talk about that. I also want to talk about how are they going to boycott this Soccer World Cup here in America? A lot of people think maybe they will. Wouldn't that be crazy? The Soccer World Cup's about to happen here this year. A lot of the countries are like our allies who don't like us anymore because of the whole Greenland thing. And a lot of the other countries, some of the countries coming to that qualified for the World Cup in America are from countries Donald Trump currently has a travel ban against. Make that make sense.
9.
9.
You want me to say the names?
Tell me. So what's the title of this 9?
Okay, first person was Ojani Noah.
Are you saying relationships she's been in?
Relationships, marriages, and been engaged to all.
Okay, tell me.
Okay,
Of J.Lo.
Noah.
Johnny Noah. Not
He's
familiar.
the one. Ohani Noah. He was the one that recently came out and said that like she cannot love anybody. She can't be loved. She's unlovable.
Shohei Ohtani.
Otani.
Ohani, you said.
Ohani, not Otani.
Could you imagine if she was a Shohei?
Oh, man. You got Sean Diddy Combs, Chris Judd.
Was she married to Diddy or just engaged? I'm asking too many questions. Sorry, Branson. Putting you on the spot.
I can't search fast enough. You know Jamie from, what's it called? Joe Rogan? That's how I feel right now.
Is there a researcher on Joe Rogan?
Yeah, he sits there and he just answers things, yeah.
Joe Rogan's becoming a little less on the right. I saw Branson.
Really?
He's coming at ICE.
Yikes.
Okay, so J.Lo's rolled through them. What's the last? So we're going to discuss 3 stories on the podcast, and we're going to start discussing them in about 3 minutes. I'm doing my homework currently. Thanks for joining us. The third story we're going to discuss is Bella Hadid and her cowboy boyfriend broke up.
Sad. For us normal people.
Yeah, it's a celebrity normie, but he's not a normie in his world. He's a bull rider and a good one.
Those cowboys are like a little inflated. They're very fluffed up over there.
Yeah, they are.
Gives a rat's ass outside Texas borders. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying, Branson?
Right.
Yeah, I actually thought they were going to work out because you just didn't see them very much. They weren't very showy, and usually when couples aren't showy, I assume that everything's going great. When they're showing us everything's going great, usually means things are shit. So they weren't showing us things were great, but apparently they were shit. And some of the things you could have pointed to recently was they didn't spend like the Christmas season together. She was in Aspen. Also, she's like getting back into her career, Bella, in terms of she's promoting a Ryan Murphy series. She's going to be an actress. Wow. It seems like they just come from 2 different worlds. She moved to Texas. A lot of this timed up with her like poor health as well. I think she needed to slow down. She had Lyme disease, needed to slow down. She moved to Texas. Slower, but now she's recovering. I don't think you can fully recover, but she's feeling better. And now she's leaving Texas.
Wait, who broke up with who? Do we know?
I don't think it's clear. But do you?
I mean,
guess yourself.
I don't know. I think he broke up with her.
You think? Why?
Because have you been to a rodeo before?
No, but I'd like to.
Have you seen some of like the blondies around? Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're hot rodeo girls.
Way hotter than any celebrity.
Is that right?
There's way hotter women at rodeos than celebrities. So Bella Hadid, cool, fame, whatever. But these girls are dynamite.
There's a lot of toothless guys at rodeos too.
That's true. It's true.
Are those rodeo girls into the toothless guys, or they also they could be into
rodeo girls are into guys that are less hot than them.
Especially when
you go out of state. When you go outside California, you'll see a lot of shite.
Some hot girls are actually into mid guys. Like that's their thing.
Especially out of state. I'm just being honest.
But do you have to have money to be one of those mid guys getting a hot girl, or what do you need?
No, because because I believe I looked it up because I was curious.
And you being a mid guy.
Right. Well, there's less men in some of those states than women. So there's more women that go around and they're desperate and they're trying to have babies.
Is this scientific?
No.
Branson scientific.
Yeah. All right.
Interesting.
Sorry, back to the
Interesting point. Also, they bought horses together. They started like a horse brand. Which is a bad idea. Don't start like a business with your like new relationship.
Have like a horse brand? What do you do?
The couple didn't just share a bed; they shared $1 million horses. They turned their romantic bond into a high-stakes breeding and competition business that added a layer of legal and financial stress.
Some guy here said that rodeo girls are interesting and intense to date. So it sounds like he has some experience.
Nice.
Rodeo chicks.
What are the ones that wave the matadors? Do we do that in America, the red flag thing?
No.
That's Spain.
Anybody know? That's Spain and Mexico. But
we just ride them.
Happen. Yeah.
There's a really good Aussie bull rider that I was going to interview on my dearly departed podcast.
She could have had bad breath, and that's why.
Bella
Hadid. When a woman
you think
has
she brushed
bad
her
breath,
teeth?
It's game over.
You think she brushed her teeth, Bella Hadid?
I'm trying to think, did I? Yeah, I did.
You brushed your teeth this morning?
Yeah, I just had coffee though, so I was like, did I brush my teeth? You know how you kind of get like that film when you have coffee?
Yeah. Oh, interesting. You should keep your toothbrush in the kitchen. That's why you never forget.
You're an odd guy, man.
I've just got a series of life hacks.
Why do you go in the kitchen before you go to work? Do you eat breakfast before you come in? What do you eat at 5
I get a coffee and stuff. Yeah. I don't eat breakfast.
You don't just do it here?
No, I get a coffee at home and sit down for a half an hour.
A half an hour and do what?
Go through my phone and like look at hot stories for this pod.
Why would I have
research. My first? I wouldn't have my first. I can either have my first 20 minutes of the day here with a coffee at my desk, going through stories, or I can have it at home.
Yeah, that's fair.
Got some hot stories for you today.
Okay, which order do you want to go in?
We're gonna go Ben Affleck.
That he's not hooking up with Brooks Nader.
That's a wrinkle, yeah. That's a wrinkle.
Oh, we're doing my story, huh?
Is this your story?
The house thing?
That's your story.
Okay.
That had a lot of shares on TMZ.com this morning.
Did it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know all the deets about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we can lead that one.
Yeah.
Then we'll talk about this. I wanted to talk about the Soccer World Cup, maybe.
The Soccer World Cup. It's called the World Cup, dude.
You just call it the World Cup?
Soccer Ball Cup.
Do you know? Do people know what you're talking about when you say the World Cup?
I think so.
Okay.
Right?
But there are other World Cups. There's like a hockey World Cup. There's a cricket World Cup.
When people say the World Cup, they think soccer, bro.
Okay, I'm just trying to be clear.
Okay.
And also we'll talk about, what was the last one? Oh yeah, Bella Hadid.
Yeah, sounds good, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You know what's kind of interesting to me, actually? I don't know why I was looking for a mic. The Neo thing I thought was going to be a huge update in the David case, but it really didn't make like too many waves. The fact that he got arrested for not appearing.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Is it much of a development that Neo the Asian did?
You guys want to get going? I thought it was a big development because, dude, I feel like he's done now. If Neo flips on him.
Yeah, if Neo flips, and he kind of has to, otherwise he's lying, and then he goes to jail.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton. This is Devin Ryle. How are you, mate?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Pretty hyped on the stories we got today.
You always are.
I don't know. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not.
So you just fake it sometimes?
You have to.
Yeah, fake it till you make it.
That's it. But today we're going to talk about how Ben Affleck and J.Lo can't sell the $70 million pad they bought together.
Insane. So well, they paid 60, but I mean, they're going to take a huge loss.
Oh, they paid 60. They tried to sell it for nearly 70.
Yeah, because they put a lot of money into
gotcha.
it. It's been a complete disaster.
And we got more details on her and potentially Ben Affleck with Brooks Nader.
Potentially.
We'll also talk about how the World Cup might not be coming to town.
I forgot it was supposed to be here.
The World Cup.
Yeah, I'm not a big soccer guy.
I'm not a huge soccer guy.
But I know, I totally forgot. Yeah, it's gonna
soon.
It's gonna be in the U.S.
Well, it might be. a lot of people internationally are calling for the world to boycott America and not come to the World Cup. We'll give you a few of those points.
Okay.
Pretty crazy. And finally, sad news for all horse girls out there. Bella Hadid. She broke up. One would assume she broke up with
Why are you assuming that?
with her rodeo normie boyfriend.
Why are you assuming that?
Because don't celebrities
And you
break
could
up with
say
normies?
and you could say sad day for those people, but also like great day if you're a cowboy.
Because what, you can hook up with Bella?
I mean, when I saw that she was with this guy, and I mean, he is a very successful rodeo guy, so he's not just a nobody, but like I was like, I mean,
Wow.
it gives hope for all guys out there,
I know.
single guys.
For all single guys.
Yep.
Not
I mean,
us.
we've seen like the gator guy.
The gator guy.
There's one other big
There was
example.
the gator guy was with Lana Del Rey, or is
still married.
with. Isn't there's some blonde woman who's with a cop. Miranda Lambert's with a hot
Oh
cop.
yeah, with the hawk. I forgot about those two.
There are a few others anyway. We're live on YouTube.
Yep.
Leave your comments. Thanks for joining us on Apple Podcast, Spotify.
I think we fixed this chair. It's not squeaking anymore.
It's
I
not
like
creaking.
It. Yeah, I like it. Okay.
the money going into this studio, amazing.
Pouring in.
Okay, here we go. You ready? 3, 2. Okay, opening story.
Why are you counting down?
Just trying to change it up a
Okay.
bit.
All right. Let's do it.
Jennifer Lopez is the worst investment Ben Affleck ever made. Because now they can't sell the $60 million property they bought, like having been together for like a year or so. They bought it, kind of instantly regretted it, put it back on the market for $8 million more than they bought it for. Couldn't sell it then, obviously.
Yeah.
Dumped the price by $16 million to try to offload it. Still couldn't sell it. So now these divorcees or, ex-fiancés, were they divorced?
Yeah, they're divorced.
So now these divorcees can't sell their like gargantuan, most money ever house. Like,
Yeah. So this has been a saga we've been following for quite some time. So like you said, they bought the property for $60 million. Then we were told they invested a ton of money in it. So they
Right.
put a bunch of money, doing different things to the house. Then obviously they got divorced, so they went their separate ways. They each bought new properties. I think Ben's moved like twice since they've sold this house. But yeah, like you said, I was told at the time by a bunch of big time realtors that they were never going to get this price for the house, that it just was way too overpriced.
right.
And that they were basically going to have to take a huge loss on this house. Plus, obviously, I can't imagine what they're paying for their mortgage. So each month that goes by,
Whoa.
they're losing a ton of money. So
Did they have they buy it all in cash though?
I don't think so. I think they did not.
Oh.
So basically, yeah, they've been just bumping it down, and now the most recent price was $52 million, which is obviously $8 million less than they even bought it. Clearly, if they got taken off the market again, no interested parties. The interesting thing is that so she bought a house in Hidden Hills that she's redoing. So she's actually currently still living in this house.
Oh, she's living in the
So
expensive
she's
house?
living in it while they're trying to sell it because there's a bunch of renovations going on at her
That's kind of cool.
Hidden Hills place.
Do you think Ben charges her rent? Like if you're living
Yeah,
in
that's
that
what
house,
I was thinking. I don't know the details of that, but my thought process is they went in on this house together. But if she's living in it, why would I pay for it?
Exactly. Then she pays the mortgage.
So maybe because in the beginning, the reason that it took so long for even them to reduce the $68 million was because she was like, no, this house is worth this much money. This is how much we're selling it for. He was willing to be like, let's bump this price down. I just want to like move on.
Yeah, she didn't want to move
And
on.
she didn't want to move on from the house. I think she clearly
Well-
wanted to move on from him.
Well, I mean, maybe she didn't want to move on from him. Maybe it was their last little thing that they had together.
I mean, you could say that. I mean,
I like the idea of Ben Affleck turning up on the 1st of every month, knocking on the door and say, rent's due.
yeah.
Papa needs his ciggies.
Yeah. So the house is, I mean, it's a beautiful house. The other thing you have to take into account now is the mansion tax they have in California, where they're gonna, even for how much, it's such an expensive house that even when they do sell it, then they have to pay the mansion tax, which is like millions more. Then you got to,
Whoever bought the house, whoever's decision it was to buy the house must
Totally.
be pissed.
Oh,
at the other.
it was like
Well,
it is a massive blunder for sure.
It's a 12-bedroom, 24-bath mega mansion.
Well, you have to imagine. I mean, there's only a very limited amount of people who can even afford this house.
Right.
So It's going to be a hard one to sell. I mean, eventually it will sell. It's beautiful.
Maybe.
But they're going to lose a ton of money. Then you have to pay your realtor. You have to like pay all everything else. Like they're going to take a huge loss.
Oh, that's
I don't
terrible.
think either of them are really hurting for money, but I can't imagine losing, say like all said
Losing
and
20
done,
million.
maybe to
More.
30 million.
30 million losing to, oh well.
It's
I
not,
wonder-
I don't think you're stoked for sure.
If you have 24 toilets in your house, how do you decide which one to shit in?
That's actually a good. And do you think there's any that have never been used?
Oh.
Think about it.
Nice. Yeah.
Because I mean, I would probably just use the same couple. The one that's near the living room, the one that's in the bathroom.
Or do you try like one a month, one every day for a month? You know what I mean?
You go to the bathroom that often?
You don't poop once a day?
I don't think so.
Bro,
Is
go to
that-
the doctor.
I actually have a physical coming up.
I poop
Okay.
twice a day.
You need to go to the
No.
doctor twice?
Yes. Just regular. I don't poop when I need to go. I just poop it several times and see what happens. You know what I mean?
You just are lazy and like sitting down.
I sit down at the start of my day and
Yeah.
the end of my day and see what happens.
Okay. Well, let's move on from your pooping habits.
Also,
huh?
is Ben Affleck and Brooks Nader together?
No.
Okay. Moving on.
Apparently, I don't know. They had this rumor started, and then there was some stories about it, and then they both came out and said that they've never even met.
I wonder who started the rumor.
I wonder who
rumor.
started the rumor. I don't think it was Ben.
No.
No.
Okay, next story. The ex-boss of FIFA, so FIFA is like the world soccer organization. The ex-boss is saying that
Okay, he's the ex-boss.
he is the ex-boss.
Okay, so what is he saying first?
He's saying fans probably shouldn't go to the Soccer World Cup here in America because of everything going on down here, which is
Okay.
pretty crazy. This is in addition to one of the main guys in Germany. Germany's like one of the best teams in the world, has won the World Cup recently. A main German guy is saying, we need to all put our heads together on, I think it's February 11th, they're all getting together. Yeah, in February 11th in Brussels, they're all getting to get together and they want to have a meeting as to, should we boycott this thing or not? Because you see all the ICE stuff going on. A lot of these people are coming to America, they're not white, you know what I mean? They look like,
Oh, yeah,
the people Trump's going for. And so would you come out here? And if you're a fan, would you come out here to support your team knowing everything that's happening on the streets?
I mean, I'm not a huge soccer fan as it is. I think that there are going to be a ton of people that go to these games. Yes, because people, regardless of like who the current president is, and you might not disagree with everything going on in the country, you like are still an American. And you hope that, it returns to the greatness and the country that like we grew up with.
You hope it, like the Super Bowl is in a couple of weeks and Trump's already signaled that he's going to have ICE at the game.
You think no one's going to the Super Bowl?
No, I don't. But I'm just saying, if you're going to have ICE at the Super Bowl, then why are all of these countries going to come to America and have to deal with it? Like, there are some qualified nations, Senegal, Ivory Coast, Iran, and Haiti, which Trump currently has travel restrictions against.
Yeah, I don't know how this is all going to play out as far as if you're from a different country, if you risk coming over with everything that's going on. But I do think it's very rich that the ex-FIFA president is talking about this. Isn't this the same guy who had to step down because of all the corruption going on in FIFA? So it's like, dude, you're not exactly the person I want to hear from.
That's fair. That's fair.
Isn't this the guy? I haven't even read these notes yet, but FIFA and the World Cup has been ripe with controversy over the years, and I'm pretty sure this guy was investigated for corruption and had to step down.
Right. Well, okay.
So I don't need to hear
point.
from you, sir.
Fair point.
But it is an interesting talking point with everything going on, and especially with ICE and border patrol and everything. If you would want to come to our country to watch a soccer game, it seems like a very I don't know.
Meaningless.
Meaning, like, I love sports and I take them a lot more seriously than I probably should. But in the grand scheme of things, it's really not a big deal.
Well, it's like, do you want to go to an event where Donald Trump's going to be there, the cameras are going to be on him, his hand's going to be there, he's going to be looking down on your people?
But does that signify that you agree with what he's doing if you're going to watch a soccer game?
Not agreeing with what he's doing, but it's kind of like you're letting him like puppeteer you at that event. And do you really want to give him that? Also, he's trying to come for Greenland. Like, Are any of those countries like, the Dutch?
I don't think Greenland's in it, dude.
Greenland's not, but a lot of the countries around there are. Although the Scandinavian countries are really good at soccer.
Yeah, they are actually.
Are you going to come over here and try to win the America World Cup when this guy's trying to take?
But couldn't you also think of like the other perspective of like we're going to stick it to them?
We're going to beat those Americans.
I mean, I'm so sick of the like, oh, we're going to be great at soccer and everyone's all stoked and then we're bounced in the first round every year.
Well, the U.S. women's are really good.
Oh, they're very good. But the men, it's like every year I hear for the World Cup, like, oh, this is our year. We're going to do it. We have such a great team. And then we lose to like some country I've never heard of 4-0.
Right.
It's like, what happened? I thought we had the best team we've ever had.
Hey, but the rest of the world loves when that happens.
I hate it.
The rest
so
of the world's
much,
like, yeah.
I know. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me. Well, it does because, kids grow up here and people like everywhere all over the world, soccer is what they grow up playing. It's changed a little, but people don't glorify soccer in the U.S. like in other countries.
True. I just think the Soccer World Cup, like, watch this space. I can see it maybe getting boycotted by some, or maybe they play the games not in America. They play in Canada.
If we lose to Ivory Coast or any of these like Haiti, Iran, I'm done with soccer forever, man.
Okay.
We should not be losing to these countries. We have way more people.
Oh, that just reminded me. Guess who's in the same group?
Is it Australia?
Australia and America in the same group, baby.
We actually have to. I actually don't even like watching soccer, but we have to meet up and watch.
We have to have like a TMZ podcast watch party.
The only problem is, it's going to be here because usually it's in other countries, and it's like, dude, I'm not trying to get to the bar at 6 a.m.
I think it's in like Seattle or somewhere like.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to like go, but I'm saying for time zones, at least it'll be at like a decent hour.
Yeah, do you want to have a TMZ podcast live viewing?
I'm down. I don't know if these guys are down. I'm down to I'm at least down to have some beers and watch the game.
Sounds good to me. Okay, final story. Bella Hadid and her rodeo boyfriend are broken up. We don't know who broke up with who, but maybe the prettier, hotter, like
that's
richer.
not always I wouldn't say that's always the case.
True. Maybe he got sick of her like jetting off all the time to her campaigns.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those relationships that popped up, and I remember when it came out that they were dating, and I was like, "There's no way."
I know, but then they stayed together.
There's absolutely no way. And then she like moved down to Texas, and then and the real reason I was like, "Oh, this is actually legit," is like a little peek behind the curtain. Like obviously, sometimes you'll see paparazzi shots, and it'll be like, "Okay, this was clearly set up for publicity." Like, how did they know? Dude, we were getting like videos of them at like the local supermarket, like holding hands and kissing from like local people that just like were filming it with their cell phones. And I'm like, oh, these two are like
that
real.
That seems real. Yeah.
They're like going, and like, I think they like invested in different horses together and she got like super into like his lifestyle.
That's a mistake. They went into business together.
Yeah. So that's going to make things very messy.
They bought horses together.
And horses are not expensive from what I've seen on Yellowstone.
No, horses are expensive.
Or yeah, they're not cheap. That's what I meant to say.
They shared multi-million-dollar horses. They had a high-stakes breeding and competition business.
Yeah.
Don't go into business with your partner, maybe, or maybe not that early. Not
maybe I think once you're married, then you go into business together.
But she's like, getting back out there, Bella, career-wise. She's had a little slowdown. She had Lyme disease. I think maybe that's something that never leaves you. I have to look into that. But she needed to slow down.
You're a doctor all of a sudden?
I'm not quite a doctor. She had to slow down. She slowed down, and now she's ready to rev things up again.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there was maybe some hints because she was appearing on my timeline on Instagram with some great photos recently. I don't know if she normally does that, but for some reason they came across my desk.
What do you think is more likely to succeed? A celebrity-celebrity relationship or a celebrity-normie relationship? I asked AI.
I think probably a celebrity because you have more in common. You hang around the same people, and I feel like the power dynamic might be a little different. Like with a normie and a celebrity, that I feel like the power dynamic is so skewed.
Actually, no, you're incorrect.
Oh wow.
Well, you're incorrect. That's as far as AI says. And
I don't trust AI.
Yeah, I know.
What does AI say?
I know. I mean, it could be factually inaccurate, but basically, the two egos thing. The two egos. And compete work schedules, compete. It's just very hard for two big. Whereas if you find yourself a normie who's happy to play like the backstage person, some people are happy to be backstage, not main characters. Yeah, that's the normie you got to find yourself.
I guess that's a good point. That's a good point. But I think what this relationship did is give every guy out there, as you're calling them, normies, being like maybe false hope.
that
they
she's
could
attainable.
that they could land Bella Hadid.
Right.
All you got to do is be able to ride a horse.
Can't do that.
Really?
No.
I'm actually not into riding horses. Anytime you go on vacation, and they're like, "Oh, let's go horseback riding." No.
It's bad for your nethers.
First of all, it's so uncomfortable. They never listen to you. It's not an enjoyable experience at all.
It's for the photo. It's for the photo.
Yeah, but it's not worth it.
No.
Like,
would you date Bella Hadid?
If I had to ride a horse every day?
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
No. I'd be so uncomfortable.
What happens if you got to go home to Bella Hadid?
Yeah, but dude, like, it's like I said,
not worth it.
Not worth it. Not worth it. I'm not exactly a horse guy.
Nah, me neither. Okay, comment time.
J.Lo and Ben covered true cinema.
It says crime, not cinema. That says covered true crime.
Maybe because I was thinking about. Thank you for correcting me. Covered true crime. Considering J.Lo's personality, I don't find her attractive anymore. Okay. And however, she looks damn good for her age. So you do find her attractive. Okay.
Bit of a 6'7" there.
TAF. I can't read today.
Who the fuck?
I forgot we can curse. Needs 16 bathrooms. Apparently Charlie. Heavy sigh on her interview with Howard Stern. I didn't catch that.
Is that recent? Oh, interesting.
I didn't. I did. We talked about it. That's where she was like saying, I haven't found someone who loves me truly or whatever.
She's just a liar. Or she just has a false sense of self. Maybe.
She seems a very high maintenance.
And Ben is the opposite of that. That's why that was never going to work. I love Ben for he doesn't care.
He's a much more down to earth guy.
He's so down to earth.
Seems very aggravated all the time.
I love him. I actually relate to him.
Really? Yeah. I feel like you guys aren't like whatsoever.
Whenever he speaks, it's like God's voice to my ear.
But it's so funny too because if I were to think about a ton of celebrities, he is like the last one I think that would actually talk to you if you tried to.
Oh, he wouldn't talk to a paparazzi.
Yeah, exactly.
But neither would I. So that's why I relate.
Okay. Love wins. It'll probably turn into an abandoned property that urban explorers will visit.
When do you get to squat in it? How long do they have to be out of there for you to squat in it? Like a month or two.
I don't know squatting rules, but
like a month.
But
or
it
two,
seems like a lot. Like there's a lot of squatters' rights.
There's a lot.
Random thought. Have you ever seen those like abandoned properties that have like all the graffiti and stuff? I don't know. I've always thought those videos are kind of entertaining.
What? Just
when people go and like explore around,
like a haunted house.
I don't know. I'm into those videos.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Thanks.
That's just a little peek in.
I like that.
Kevin Murray, you rotate toilets. Use a toilet a day.
I think so.
Like you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday?
No, I think you basically just use this one until it gets clogged, then move on to the next.
Clogged? Dude, you need to see a doctor, bro.
Move on to the next.
How often are you clogging a toilet?
I mean, once a week.
And at LAX, they have high-powered toilets over. Those things are industrial.
Yeah, but imagine that. You can use all 24 or whatever toilets, and you could clog them all before you get the plumber.
You're disgusting. Who's the best Batman?
Oh,
okay.
Interesting.
I love this side. We clearly have a superhero fan in the back.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton. Your options are Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, and Ben Affleck. Wow, Keaton got 52. I thought this would be Christian Bale, but maybe I dip my toes in the superhero world.
I only dipped my toes too, and that was The Dark Knight.
And those were like the ones that I liked.
The Dark Knight.
That's Christian Bale ones.
Oh, R.I.P. Heath Ledger still cuts close to home.
Yeah, R.I.P. Bella Hadid, Dawn. Bella needs a TMZ guy. Like,
I've often had in my single days, I had a fantasy that I would go up to a celebrity, try to interview him, and it'd start like a romantic relationship.
That never happened?
It didn't happen.
Damn. It probably would have.
If I waited, but found my one.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
World Cup, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
World Cup, Dan Johnston, we need to lobby the World Cup huge for the economy. I think the deal's done.
Well, the deal's done.
Yeah, I guess people can boycott, but the World Cup is definitely going to be here.
It's definitely going to be here, but
dude,
if Trump doesn't chill a little bit in the months leading,
I don't know. It seems like things are like there's all these rumblings that the guy's getting fired or demoted. I think they're like starting to realize that like whatever they're doing is not working.
Yeah,
and it's really starting to backfire. And the people in charge are getting fired.
They are. All those ICE people getting demoted.
So so looks like hopefully some changes in that department. Clorox Bleach Company.
Oh wow! Thanks for joining us.
Wow, this is a good way to get a free ad.
Okay.
People who drink coffee in the morning have bad breath because their mouth is extra porous at that time of day. Well, damn. I feel like I always have pretty good breath. I have good
Mouth is extra
hygiene.
porous.
It's actually good to know. I have to drink coffee every day, or else I would be a disaster here.
Oh, really?
I have to. Every day I have to start.
You're one of those guys. Don't talk to me without my coffee. Don't do anything without
I'm
my
not
coffee.
that. Yeah, I actually kind of am.
Does that mean you shouldn't? Is that why you shouldn't kiss in the morning?
I don't know what.
Your mouth is extra porous. I mean,
who the hell are you kissing in the morning, bro?
Yeah, actually, no.
Yeah, exactly. Bro.
Actually, no.
I can't tell you the last time I've kissed someone before noon.
Have I ever had when's the last time I had an AM kiss? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Interesting. Shout out to our wives.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to wake them. We're here so early.
No.
That's why. And the porous mouth.
The porous mouth, of course. Okay,
All right.
thank you, Devin.
Yep.
We'll see you here tomorrow.